Okay, this lesson continues with the door and the window for the civil drawings, and today I want to show you quickly how to draw a window, the front of the window and the window that's in the floor plan. So if you read the instructions, they give you a window that has a reference of ND12F. The wall is 222, which is that wall over there, and you have to draw to a scale of 1:20. So all these dimensions will have to be divided by 20. Okay, and they give you the starting point A there of the window, which is that point over there. So when we're going to start, you're first going to divide all of these dimensions by 20. So if we say 2, 4, 8, 9 divided by 20, and that's going to give you 124. So you're going to just write there 124. If you take 300 divided by 20, that's going to give you 15. And then 12, 4, 6 divided by 20, that's going to give you 62. The 500 divided by 20, that's going to give you 25. And this little 50 refers to the little part, the window sill that comes further in the wall. That's 20. 50 is divided by 20, that gives you 2.5. So we're going to make that 3 millimeters there. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is that, and you also need to note here that the frame here is 25 millimeters. So if you take 25 and you divide it by 20, it's going to give you 125. So you can make this frame 2 millimeters right around, but that you don't need to measure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing a line horizontally. I'm going to take my set square and draw a line vertically, and that is that line over there that you see there. And now you're going to say the upwards dimension is 62, and you're going to measure 62 there, and this way is 124, which is going to be there. There's 124, and you're just going to mark it off there. So now you're going to complete the outside of the window. There you have it. It's the outside of the window. I just need to make it a little bit more clearer. And then what you are going to do further is that you're going to immediately put your 2 millimeter border inside. There's my 2 millimeters, and I don't even need to measure that. I'm going to immediately put that border in there. There it is. And then the intermediate parts, which is the 500, which is now 25. So you take it from the outside and you have 25 there. And you take it from the outside here and you have your 25 there. And then I'm going to draw that line, and I'm going to draw that line. So I would prefer to be my frame to be on the inside, which is my 2 millimeters on the inside there, and then my 2 millimeters I'm going to draw on the inside there. That's 2. So you can keep your 2's quite evenly. And then it drops down for this section over here, 15, and I'm going to take it from my outside again, 15, which is there. I'm going to draw my line till there, and I'm going to use my 2 millimeters downwards, and there I have my frame. What I can do now, however, is that I can draw this dark. So what I'm going to start with is my line outside, which is that line over there, right? And I'm going to go to my top. I'm going to draw that outline over there, and then a line's down there, and this line down till there. Okay, then my inside is going to start there, little gap, line, gap for my frame, line till there. The same thing I'm going to apply at the bottom, line, and look where I start, line, gap till there, line, gap till there. Then I'm going to add my inside line there, just there, inside line there. Okay, So that's that. Now I'm going to put this line in here, right down. There we go. And I'm going to put that line in there to continue drawing the window sides. And then I'm going to put in this line here. So that line is going to stop there, gap, and continue. Line, gap till there, and then I continue. Lastly, I'm just going to put in this line over there and that line over there. Okay, and there's my window. Very importantly, that you have to put in this window openings, and that's your window openings. That's the latch side, and this is the hinge, latch. So what I'm going to do is the halfway point between 62 is 31. So I'm just going to notch there, 31, and then I'm going to draw a line that shows my opening of my window there. Okay, and the same thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to just project over my halfway mark and then just draw that line in there and that line in there. Okay, and now I'm going to do the halfway mark inside here. I just need to get it halfway. It's 70, so I'm going to go 35, and I'm going to go on the 75, 35 half the mark there. All right, so then learners, I need to project these lines down. There my lines come down. That's my lines of my window. And then I'm going to have this line at the back here. This is any distance away, so I'm going to draw a line at the back here. That's my back of my wall. And then my wall is going to be 222. So if you have 222 divided by 20, and that's going to give me 11. So I'm going to mark off 11. That 11 is going to be there. That's my wall thickness. And then my windowsill comes out, what did I say, 3 millimeters. So you're going to mark 3 there. And there's my wall thickness. Immediately I'm going to, sorry, my windowsill. And I'm going to draw my windowsill dark there. That's going to be there. And I'm going to draw my inside part of my wall dark. And then I'm going to cut off my sides of my wall here until my windowsill and there. Then I'm going to draw my outside window, which is there. And then in between, alright, what I need to do is very important is to ensure that that line is now not there anymore, because that is gone. It shouldn't be there. I'm going to just create my window frame, which is 2 lines, 2 points in the middle, and we'll draw 2 lines from those 2 points there to indicate my window frame there, and it has to be perfectly in the middle of the wall there. So you have like thirds here, 1/3, 2, 3/3, and then lastly you finish it off by just doing the hatching, the proper hatching, which I will teach you about later, at 45 degrees for my wall. Right, it's 2 lines, gap, 2 lines, and then it continues this side anywhere you start, 2 lines, right, gap, and you try to maintain the gaps the same as you started with. So that gap is going to continue being the same in that gap, and voila, there is your window. So there is another one on the side, but as soon as you know how to draw this one, you don't need to do the others. We are going to go immediately into the door. So here you have your opening for your door in the floor plan. That is your wall. That's your wall. The door is going to fit in here. We are going to put the frame right here, the one side of the frame, the other side of the frame, and then we're going to have a swing. And then this is an inside internal door, which is going to fit in here with your inside wall, which is slightly thinner than your outside wall. So what we're going to do is that that frame structure there, which they speak about, the profile, and the scale here is now 1:10, so every dimension here will be divided by 10, and that frame is going to be here and there. So if you just take, without your calculator, divide that by 10, that's going to give you 13.5. So you're going to round it off to 14. That's going to be 6. 4.5 is going to be 5, and that's going to be 7. Right. That's 14. This is 20, round about 20 here. So 20 from 14, or this is about 22. Sorry, this is 22 here. And you minus 14 from 22, that gives you 8. So you're going to start to put it nicely in the middle. You're going to have 4 here. So you're going to measure down 4. There's my 4. And you're going to just make sure that it lines up with that side. There's my 4. I'm going to do a short little line. My 4 short little line there. Just to make sure that you understand it's clear. 4. And then this is 14. So you're going to go 14, which is there. And you're going to match it with the side. That side there. So there's your, and then it comes out by 7. There's your 7, and you have it both sides 7, 0. So you can have that there, and you're gonna have that there, and then there's a slight rebate on the inside, which is 6. So you're gonna go 1 millimeter in, which is there, 1 millimeter in, which is there. So I'm going to do that 1 millimeter down, 1 millimeter down, and then 5 like that there. So that's 5, and you match it with the other side. So now you can darken. Let's darken that. So that's going to be till there. That's going to be till there. It's going to be a little notch here of 1 millimeter out, 1 millimeter out, and then you're going to draw that bottom part there of the frame dark, and then you're going to draw that in. I'm going to draw that in there, that in there, draw that in there. There's your frame. And then, boys and girls, you are now going to do the swing. And sorry, I just moved mine. Okay. So here's your compass, and you're going to put your compass perfectly. Look where I have it, on the edge of that frame, and you're going to open up your compass quite wide till there. Right, so make sure you have it there till there, and then lock it, and you do a nice swing like that there. Okay, I just want to make sure you have it all in picture. And then the door thickness, as they say here, if you read here, it's 40. So we divided by 10 is going to be 4. So your door is going to be from here, touching that line there. And then 4 millimeters, if you measure it, that's the thickness of your door. And you're going to draw it right there. Okay, that's going to be your door, and I just want to repeat that one. So now you can darken it. So I'm going to darken this till there, and then I'm going to darken this from here till there. Look from where it is, on the edge of the frame. Conclude it by drawing that little line there. Okay, and that line just remains faint there, and there's your door. So you can practice that process here with this door as well, on your inside, where you put your frame structure here, frame structure there, and swing it from that edge, swing it 40 out, which is 4 millimeters, and up, linking up with that arc over there. Okay, I hope you understand that.